What's up? What's up? What's up? Another day, another moment where I tell you guys exactly how everything went at the Reality of Wrestling show that I was just at. Okay, so as I said before in my last video, I am now a camera dude. So I do camera work, which I'm not like, I don't know if I'm good at or not, but they haven't stopped me from doing it. So I like to think I'm doing a pretty okay job. But I won't go too into detail with like what happened. What happened during the show. You're just gonna have to wait for that because I don't like. I'm not gonna spoil it for anybody. But I will say, as always, the show was spectacular. It will always you'll always find yourself just having your minds blown at every single event. Every match was spectacular. Um, or at least I think so. Anyway, I'm the kind of guy who, first off, you know me, I love wrestling. So I'm not gonna really. If I have something bad to say about wrestling, just know that that means that it's that bad because I like wrestling. I don't like talking bad about wrestling. But yeah, show was good. Show was good. I got a chance to meet up with some of the wrestlers as I tend to normally do. Um, I also got a chance to actually interact with the wrestling bird, which is like a whole story in itself. Um, Post show, I'm just gonna go ahead and just point. Post show, I'm just gonna go ahead and point this out real quick. Like I said, a whole bunch of greatness has happened. You know what I'm saying? You get a chance. Like I always say this, no matter how much I see Booker T and Sharmell, and you see them a lot. If you're a part of Reality of Wrestling, you're gonna see them a lot. No matter how much I see them, I always get starstruck every single time. It's just like every single time. But yeah, I ain't gonna lie. I had a great time. It was a great show. While I'm talking about wrestling for a little bit, I do see that some people actually got a chance to check out my live where I watched the matches of the wrestlers that I actually got a chance to know and stuff like that. But I figured this would be like a good chance for me like introduce people who don't really know a whole lot about wrestling and just sort of show them, some matches and things like that. And especially because like it's wrestlers that I've either met or essentially kind of know personally. The whole idea is to get people to sort of understand who these wrestlers are because one thing that we tend to forget about professional wrestling is that it's bigger, like big, small is big, okay? So the smaller companies, the companies that aren't WWE, TNA, AEW, Ring of Honor, you know what I'm saying? The companies that aren't those are just as important as the companies that are those. And I really do feel like we kind of do need to sort of acknowledge that there's other wrestling companies out there and start like actually focusing on those guys because like I said, I just got done chopping it up with Ice Williams, and Ice Williams was working like a whole bunch of like smaller companies before he got into the WWE ID program, and just like Cappuccino Jones, just like oh man, I forgot his name already. Uh, Swipe right kid. I forgot his name. I am bad at this right now. I need to watch Evolve so I can remember his name because he's talented too, great shape as well. The fact of the matter is that it's really kind of like I feel like I like to think that I'm doing something that's sort of like I want to showcase the indies, the smaller companies, and wrestlers that I know personally. So that way I can like give y'all a testament to how cool they are in person outside of wrestling, just like as they are inside of wrestling. Also, so that is the plan for the future. Like I said, I'm just going to start doing that and making that into a thing. Um, I definitely also like I said, for those who don't know, the Reality of Wrestling is a WWE ID company, so it's like at random. Sometimes WWE wrestlers do like tend to come through, and I do intend on at least being friends with one of them, and they're all nice people. So there's that. One thing a lot of people tend to forget about professional wrestlers is that they're still people at the end of the day. Like, have you read some of their tweets, some of their threads, some of their blue skies? Like some of these people are just real, like they're just normal people. You know what I'm saying? They're just normal people who are ridiculously athletic, if not also just pleasing to look at. Because let's face it, that also sometimes can be a reason why somebody becomes a wrestler or not. But it's like at the end of the day, you take that away, and they're just like you. Some of them are just as like I mean, never forget Henry Cavill plays Superman, but also plays Warhammer or reads Warhammer, something like that. If you know anybody who's into Warhammer, that person's a huge nerd. I'm saying that right now because not everybody knows about Warhammer, but Shayna Baszler does, and Shayna Baszler could probably rip your arm out of its socket. I'm just throwing that out there. I'm rambling, but that's only because you know me, when I talk about wrestling, I can't stop. I really appreciate you guys for watching, but just like I said, just came back from Reality of Wrestling. As always, it was a great show. I do intend on like doing another live where I showcase indie wrestlers that I have met and known. So here's to that for later, and that's it. Love, peace, and happiness to every single one of y'all out there, and here's to next time. I need to get a ring light. This is like this. My face is way